All right, let's dive into one of evolution's most dramatic plot twists, the Great Genetic Bottleneck. Imagine a huge crowd at a concert, and suddenly, only a handful of people get to go backstage. Everyone else is left out. That's kind of what happens in a genetic bottleneck, except the stakes are much higher and we're talking about the entire future of a species. So let's start with us, humans. About 60 to 70,000 years ago, a small group of our ancestors left Africa, embarking on the ultimate road trip across continents. But here's the catch. This migrating group was tiny compared to the millions still living in Africa. As they spread out, they carried only a fraction of humanity's genetic diversity. That's why today, genetic variation outside Africa is kind of like a highlight reel of what you find within it. But things get even wilder. Around 74,000 years ago, the Toba supervolcano in what's now Indonesia exploded in an eruption so massive, it triggered a global volcanic winter. The world got colder, the skies darkened, and food became scarce. Some scientists think this catastrophe may have shrunk the human population down to just a few thousand survivors. Imagine all of us today might be descended from just a handful of people who made it through the ultimate survival test. Though not everyone agrees on how extreme it really was, it's still hotly debated in science circles. Now, bottlenecks aren't just a human thing. Take the Pleistocene megafauna, the mammoths and giant sloths. These big creatures faced climate swings and hungry humans with sharp sticks. That double whammy pushed their populations way down, sometimes to the brink of extinction, and left their descendants with a genetic echo of past troubles. And it's not just ancient history. Even today, species like the cheetah are living proof of bottlenecks. Long ago, their numbers crashed, and now, cheetahs are so genetically similar, they're almost clones. Why does all this matter? When a species loses genetic diversity, it loses options for adaptation. It's like having only a few tools in your toolbox when you're facing a world that's constantly changing. So, genetic bottlenecks are both a warning and a mystery, a reminder of how close life comes to the edge and how resilient it can be. Next time you look in the mirror, just remember, you're here because your ancestors made it through history's tightest squeezes.